My name's Elizabeth Linton, and I'm from Canarsie, Brooklyn, New York. My first year of Sadie Nash was in 2009, and then I loved it so much I came back for another. I go to Vanderbilt University through the Posse Foundation. I'm majoring in medicine, health, and society. My definition and my perception of myself as a leader has changed before and after Sadie Nash. It empowered me to be able to speak my opinion and speak it authoritatively. I think the biggest impact Sadie Nash has had on me is giving me the tools to question everything and making me realize that I always have to dig deeper to get to the implications and the assumptions that are underlying different arguments. One of the biggest things that Sadie Nash taught me was the idea of safe space. And I've realized that bringing safe space outside of Sadie Nash to public spheres gives me an opportunity to be able to talk to people without them necessarily fearing judgment, without myself fearing judgment. Participating in the Sadie Nash program has been a defining moment in my life. We did a program called Get Rich, Health is Wealth, where we went to Union Square and handed out buttons and handed out leaflets to people passing by about where they could access gyms and access Whole Foods stores without the Whole Foods price around the city. And I think that's perhaps the very beginning of when I realized that, wait, doing public health has really big impact, because although, let's say we pass out flyers to maybe 100, 200 people, if only 10 people look at that flyer and say, I think I'm going to make this change to go to my community garden and get tomatoes and carrots as opposed to going to a corner store and getting prepackaged food, that makes a big difference, because then they're affecting their families and their families are affecting schools, or schools affecting communities. This summer I'm interning at Vanderbilt's Department of Biomedical Informatics. My principal investigator is actually looking at ways to coordinate chronic health care for sickle cell patients. I would say I'm a learner, because every day I just realize that there is so much I don't know about everything and anything under the sun. And I've realized that as a learning leader, I'm able to share knowledge with people when I get it. And I love sharing knowledge. Programs like Sadie Nash are important for young women. It's particularly important for me because it helps women to realize their voice and to realize their potential and their current abilities to exact change in their local and global communities. I see my role in the world as someone who, not to sound cliche or something like that, but someone who needs to leave the world a little bit better than she found it. So for me, that would be through the public health system, by creating initiatives and programs that will help people help themselves, to help their children, their children's children.